Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/AmITheDevil, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout, or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction, and it helps support the channel. Thank you. Am I the a-hole for trying to figure out who gave me a fake number and then calling out a girl for playing games? Okay, so I, 21, got a number from a girl on a dating app last night. Her profile seemed alright, but honestly, after I got her number, I looked at her picture again, and she wasn't really my type. Whatever, no big deal, right? So, I texted the number today with a simple yo to see if it was even real. This girl, 20F, I guess, replied asking who it is. I told her that someone gave me the number, but I thought it might be fake and asked who she was. She got all defensive and said that since I texted her, I had to tell her who I was first. Seemed a little weird to me. Then I asked if she'd given her number out to a lot of people recently. She still wouldn't tell me anything until I told her who I was. Just sent a thumbs up emoji. Annoying. A few minutes later, I texted again, asking if she just gives her number to everyone, because I literally just got it last night. And how could she not know who I was? She kept saying it's normal to ask who a random number is, even though I told her how I got it, and reminded me that I hadn't told her my name yet. Fine, whatever. I told her my name is Brandon and I asked for hers. She said that she didn't know a Brandon and thought that I had the wrong number. Seriously? I texted again saying that I got the number from someone on a dating app last night and asked if she was going to tell me who she was or just keep playing games. She kept insisting that she wasn't playing games, but wouldn't tell me her name, even after I told her mine. She just kept saying that since she didn't know me, she didn't have to tell me anything. Honestly, at this point, I was getting pretty irritated. I told her that she was acting like a 12-year-old, and yeah, I might have said something about her pictures looking a little special ed because she was being so deliberately obtuse. I also said that she probably gives her number out to so many people she doesn't even know who's texting her. Then I told her the truth, that I actually unmatched her on the dating app because after looking at her pictures again, I realized that she wasn't my type. I even mentioned that she replied to me on the app like 5 minutes later after I unmatched her, but I still decided to text the number. She then said that I sounded miserable and that whoever I was looking for dodged a bullet. I replied that maybe I am miserable sometimes, but she'd have miserable days too. I also said that I did dodge a bullet, because I was just planning to hook up and leave anyways. I said my behavior was just someone who doesn't have time for games, and that me being pathetic would be begging her to hang out, and I didn't care about her that much. Then she sent this whole long, dramatic text, calling me a waste of time, pathetic, toxic, insecure, and a childish little boy. She told me to grow up and reflect on my behavior. She hasn't texted back. So, am I the a-hole for trying to figure out who gave me a number that I thought was fake, and then calling out a girl for being weirdly secretive and seemingly playing games? I was just trying to be straightforward. So, somebody gave you someone else's phone number for some reason, and your response, instead of trying to, figure out what it was or being nice and courteous to this person you don't know, is to say that you dodged a grenade? Yeah, this is not gonna work out for you, dude. You don't message somebody random and then ask who they are before you introduce yourself. You started the conversation. It's kind of a formality to, introduce yourself. If it was just a simple case of, okay, sorry, didn't mean to bug you, have a nice day, then you would have gotten off without any type of bad thing happening. But no, for some reason you decided to try to berate them or something. I don't think this worked out how you were thinking it was going to work out. My 35M, wife 32F, is soaring high at work and forgetting her values. How to make her reconnect to our shared values of being grounded and humble. Around 6 months ago, my wife got a big promotion at work and got a nice pay increase and an increase in responsibilities. I am happy for her and I know that she deserves it. However, as the months have gone on, she's been pouring herself more and more into work. It started as having to grab an email here and there, but it's grown into working long hours and physically being in the house, but always her mind is on work. Additionally, we have 2 young kids, so I pick up more slack than she does with the kids, but it's totally fine. My job is a regular 8 to 5. This week, she went to a big-time work conference and nailed it. She got deals done and was celebrated by her company. And in the evenings, she stayed out until 1 to 3 a.m. doing the normal dinners/drinks/etc. that conferences have. During the conference, I got one call for 3 minutes and a handful of texts spread throughout the day. Also, during it, I'm taking care of the kids alone. It was a long week. She came home, and I was hoping to hear that she was homesick or terribly missed the kids while she was gone, but instead it's all work, conference, and talk. I didn't like that. Additionally, she said that she's more fired up at work now than ever, and is talking about working out, dressing nicer, losing weight, etc. She also mentioned that she got a lot of male attention there, which is fine, but said that she obviously didn't do anything with it, but said that she felt on the top of the world. Lately, both of my parents and hers have been coming over to help with childcare, and they have noticed. They've shared their honest concerns with me that there's a line that's being crossed here. For a married woman and mother, staying out late, chasing male attention, and openly seeking validation outside of the family is inappropriate. It skirts dangerously close to behaviors that threaten trust and loyalty. Okay, their opinions are their business, but not if they resonate with mine. I've been feeling like this for some time now. One night at dinner, my wife's mom pulled her aside privately to share these concerns. My wife seemed surprised and later brought it up with me, probably expecting me to defend her or disagree. Instead, I told her that I agreed. Success and ambition are fine, but the way that she's leaning into this lifestyle, the fact that she is relishing male attention and external validation, feels off. Her confidence should come from within, and from those who genuinely love and support her, not from fleeting approval from strangers. I want her to stay grounded and humble, and truly make her realize her role here at home. I feel like she's thinking that she's soaring high, but it can lead to damage if not checked. Our kids deserve a mother who leads by example, not just in career success, but in character. I'm worried I shared this with her. I reminded her that our family needs a steady head, not someone caught up in the thrill of being on top of the world, something she had voiced earlier that she felt after a good day of work. Any advice on bringing her back to reality and keep her connected to what really matters would be appreciated. Right now, she can't see past her own self, and she's been less than nice to me. So, your wife happens to get a promotion and is working on doing nice things for herself, and her coworkers happen to be complimenting her, and so far from what's been stated, not in an unfaithful to the relationship kind of way. Unless I'm missing something, but I'm fairly certain if somebody happens to be being on a good streak and everything, saying that you've been talking to their family members about how they need to be humbled doesn't sit right. Something's not sitting right, and I think this is one of those discussions where your wife's point of view might also be good to come into play. Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter that I never want to see her again because she reminds me of the worst time in my life? A throwaway count, this has been eating at me. I, 31M, am gay. I'm married to my husband, 29M, and we've been together since college. We have a quiet, happy life, and recently adopted a baby boy. I've worked really hard to get a place where I feel safe and whole. But a few weeks ago, my past came crashing in, and now I feel like I might have handled it poorly. When I was 17, I was still living at home with my extremely religious and homophobic parents. I had known I was gay since I was around 12, but I buried it deep. I spent years praying, begging, and trying to convince myself that it was a phase. My parents made it clear that if I ever came out, I'd be thrown out and cut off. So I started dating a girl from the youth group. I told myself that I loved her. I told myself that I could make it work. We messed around once, and it was deeply uncomfortable, and I shut down emotionally afterwards. A few weeks later, she told me that she was pregnant. Then she left. I don't know where she went or why, but she was gone. I didn't hear a word about the baby after that. Soon after, I left for college. I never spoke about what happened with that girl or the baby. It was like sealing off a part of myself that I couldn't survive revisiting. I met my husband in my sophomore year, and he is the only person who really ever knew the full story. Until now. Last month, I got a message on social media from a 14-year-old girl. She said that she was my daughter. Her mom told her who I was. She found my name online, and she said that she wasn't looking for money or anything, just to know who I am. I felt like the floor fell out from under me. I couldn't breathe. It wasn't her fault, I know that, but her existence snapped me right back into that suffocating, terrifying part of my life when I thought that I'd never be allowed to exist as myself. She looks like that girl, she speaks like her, and every word that she wrote, no matter how kind, felt like sandpaper on a wound I thought that had healed. I responded once, and I told her that I was sorry, but I wasn't able to have a relationship with her. She sent a long message back. It was emotional, but not cruel. She said that I abandoned her before she was even born, and now I was doing it again. I told her, probably too bluntly, that I never wanted to be her father, that I was scared, closeted, kid forced into a lie, and that seeing her felt like being dragged back into a lie, and that seeing her felt like being dragged back into a life that I barely survived. I told her to not contact me again. She hasn't replied. My husband is supportive, but some people, especially my sister, say that I crossed a line and acted cruelly towards someone innocent. That it wasn't her fault that she was born, and I should have handled it with more compassion. But I genuinely don't think that I have the emotional capacity to revisit that version of myself. That version nearly destroyed me. So, am I the a-hole for telling my daughter that I never want to see her again? You ever just see one of those posts where you can automatically know the answer that because of the title, but, you just read it anyway? This is very much one of those. And r/AmITheDevil is, I know it's supposed to be one of those that are very much the person is usually the one in the wrong, if not always, but if you can just tell because of the title, I never really understood anybody trying to wonder, hey, did I do something wrong? All she wanted to do was just start talking with you and everything, and based on actions that you had done in your past, she wound up growing up without a father, and then when finally getting to talk to that person, wanting to try to reconnect, or why about asking what happened, you just straight up say that you don't want to be there for her in her life at all. Something like that's gotta hit hard, and hopefully they're doing better. Would I be the a-hole if I told my parents about my sister's pregnancy against her wishes? My sister, 28F, recently told me, 23F, that she is 6 weeks pregnant. The twist? She said not to tell anyone, including our parents. Let's call my sister Hannah. Hannah has some mental health issues and does not have the best relationship with our parents. Hannah and our mother recently had a big argument and are no contact, and she is low contact with our father. Disclaimer, our parents are very nice and helpful people. She hasn't always listened to them in the past, asked them for money frequently, make spontaneous decisions relating to her mental health issues, etc. I am unaware of what her and my mother were arguing about, but it seems to be a fairly big deal. I am close with my parents, and to some degree, I want to tell them. Hannah has made it unclear of any plans to tell them, but I feel like they have the right to know about their grandchild being on the way. My parents have other grandchildren and are very kind and generous, so I feel like it would be in the baby's best interest to have a relationship with them. Also, I don't know who the baby daddy is or if she knows. I don't want to ruin me and Hannah's relationship, so I am conflicted. Please help. I have a blessed day to all of the reading. Context. I finished writing, but decided context would be helpful. So, more background on Hannah while still being private. Her health issue is Crohn's disease, which has gotten much better over the years, and from what I can see, she seems to be managing it well. I don't know much about Crohn's though, so some info on it would be helpful. Also, in 2023, Hannah decided to move to California without telling us. She visits back and forth from there to our state, so I think that also caused tension. Hannah's mental health is also good enough to where she is capable adult with a job and residence. I will update in a few days if I decide to tell our parents and my response to Redditor advice. Thank you for your help. More context about Hannah's mental health, because many comments are asking. As mentioned before, she is a capable adult with a residence, nice car, business, etc. She is stable and able to live her life. She is a great sister, and I am conflicted. Also, the spontaneous decision, like I said, moving to California, buying things, etc., she just does not think things very far ahead. I am concerned about the baby being provided for. She is very loving, and is picking out names / does not discuss termination. However, California is a very expensive, and I know financials can't be that stellar, as she has roommates, and has asked our parents for money in recent months. Hope this helps. More context. Also, I am aware that Crohn's is not mental health, but she also has mental health issues. Should have clarified. Update. Decision still pending, but I am in no way trying to be a bad sister. I just want to do what's best. Also, can I please stop being attacked for the typo about Crohn's being a mental issue? I am aware, however, I forgot to specify that it was that, plus mental health problems. Update. Our parents have helped her through mental struggles and struggles with Crohn's since day one. They've been supportive and helpful, as I've seen it all when I was living with them before college. She tells me about their relationship, and I listen. But sometimes Hannah can be a little hard-headed. When it comes to telling anybody about that, that very much feels like the people that are the ones that are the, the making the baby side. That person, yeah, that kind of feel like they should be the one to be able to tell anybody whether or not they're pregnant, and not really your call. If somebody has cut somebody else off, it's not your responsibility to relay the news of them being pregnant to the people that they have cut off, because there may be a reason why they cut those people off. I'm 19M, unable to get over that my girlfriend, 20F, was touched by someone else before me, and it's tearing me apart. How can I save my relationship from falling apart? I know I'm really, really insecure about physical touch, and I made that clear to her at a very early stage of our relationship, even before I proposed to her, to which she never disagreed or got angry. And after the relationship started, she told me that she is a virgin without me asking, and said I'm her first in every way. Note, we know each other in real life for many years, but our relationship is long distance. It also started as a long distance, and is secret from our families. So, most of our conversations happened over chat only. We do calls, but most of the fights happen over chat, unfortunately. So, keep this in mind. So, where did the problems arise? Before I proposed to her, she told me about her past, though it's not even technically a past. She and I both hate calling it a past. It was someone that she started talking to, through chats, not in real life, and accepted his proposal. But she told me that she never loved him, just thought he was nice, so she accepted it, but never loved him. After 3 months of normal chatting, that guy showed his true colors. He started redacting women and being disrespectful. All of this happened through chats, not in real life. She blocked him after 4 months, but was forced to unblock and continue because that guy would call and threaten to tell her parents. This continued for more months, though there wasn't much chatting. After a few months, they met once with a third person, a girl, her friend. So it wasn't actually a date. She was unwilling to meet. Nothing happened between them. No kiss, no sweet talk, nothing physical. As per what she told me, when they met, unwillingly, her hand touched his for a second, and he side-hugged her. She didn't do anything, just stood there. Only that much physical contact happened, and nothing more. After this, she finally gathered the courage to tell her parents and blocked him permanently. When I was told all of this, I was shocked and sad. Sad for her that she let it all happen, and also for me that she was touched and accepted someone else, even though she told me that she never loved anyone but me. I was really sad, but I still loved her at that point. After a few days, I proposed to her, and she accepted with excitement. She told me that she had been waiting for me to propose, and that she loved me from the start. I was happy, and she was happy. But the feeling about all of that earlier incidents was still in my heart. For many months, things were happy. No fights from my side, but when that feeling started getting heavier, that she was with someone else, even if unwilling and without love, I really thought that she was lying just to make me feel like I'm her first. It started to hurt. The fact that she was touched and even said, "I love you too," to someone else made me feel bad. Then I started fighting with her, saying that I always wanted to be her first. But I wasn't sure if I really was. She kept telling that I'm really her first kiss, first touch, but I couldn't stop thinking that she had been with someone else. I put doubts on her, like maybe she was hiding details, etc. These fights started small, but I never stopped, and the fights turned into something really, really big. A rupture in our relationship, which I caused by fighting so much. With each fight, I asked her if she was hiding anything, asking for details. If she gave him nicknames, sent heart and kiss emojis, etc., each time I got the answer that I wanted, which was, no, I didn't. But I started to believe that she was lying just to keep me sane. I kept saying that she lies to me, that I'm not her first. But the other guy was. But she always said that she has only ever loved me. I doubted so much. Like whether she's touched more, etc. She really said I don't trust her, and that I should. The fights became so serious that they lasted for days. She kept saying that she only considers me as her first and never considered that whole thing as a relationship or past. Just a mistake. I know I was doing wrong to her, but I was hurting so much I ignored my own wrongdoings. I didn't focus on college, missed classes, and only chatted all day. Now, I was slowly realizing my wrongdoings. But then another bad thing happened. I got access to her Instagram account and saw many questionable reels like, "You are the last person I'm giving my efforts to. My first relationship was unsuccessful," etc. I was shattered when I saw this, because I believed her when she said that she considered me her first. But these reels said something else. I discussed them with her. She gave other reasons, like it was the movie clip or song that made her save it, not the text, and gave similar reasons. Now, anyone in my place would think that she is lying. Maybe she's not, but the whole situation made me feel like she was. The fight was painful and long. She begged me to believe her and trust her, that she's is only mine. After this, the fight somehow died down after the few days, but my mind again started thinking how she was touched, why it happened, and why it had to happen. It shouldn't have happened. Now I feel like a man-child who can't accept the fact. It's not like she messed around with anyone else that I can't accept. She's still a virgin, she was with someone else, and that too unwillingly, and was touched unwillingly, and that too only on hands and shoulder. But my mind wired it as betrayal. I have mentally done that to myself and her too, but so much over this. Even though I want to stop, I can't. My obsession with this ideal woman that I created, that I should be her first and only, and that I should touch her, and she deviated from that. That's the reason for my breakdown again and again. I know that she is worth it. She is beautiful, loyal, caring, respects me, and doesn't put too many expectations on me. Any other girl would have left me. Considering how I treated her, I know that. But she endured it all, stayed, because I think she really does love me that much. She says that she only wants to be with me until old age, and marry me no matter what. Even if I keep fighting like this, that's why I know I can't leave her. I also love her. If I leave her, I will regret it. TLDR, in a long-distance relationship where we both love each other a lot, I'm unable to get over the fact that she talked to someone else before me and was touched on the hand and shoulder unwillingly. She didn't initiate it. Even though that incident wasn't technically a relationship, I can't seem to accept it. Despite her having all of the qualities I want in a partner, my obsession with being her first, which she says that I am, and wanting no one else ever touched her, is slowly killing our relationship through constant fights. Please, I know I am at the wrong, but please guide me instead of throwing at me? I don't freaking know. I didn't want to share all of this online, but I did because I'm tired of this feeling. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!